Hail and well met, friends! Ending here for another episode of the epic story. When we last left off, we were getting ready to find Theodred and hopefully take it to Isengard.
I'm devising a plan, and once all is ready, I want you to be a part of it.
I am glad you have come. I would have welcomed any of your ranger friends as well, but I understand that they have their own mission. I wish them well in it. Enough talk. It is time to strengthen my forces. There will have been need of strength in the days to come.
We know that Saruman has a much larger force of Uruks than we do of men.
From what you have said, we know that Saruman has a much larger force of Uruks than we do of men. Grimbold estimates that each one of us is worth at least 20 Uruks. But he is from Grimslade, and the men of that place are not known for their mastery of numbers. I fear that he underestimates the savagery of Saruman's forces. And then there are the hostile Dunlending clans to consider. Athelard has gone to the Aelt in the middle of the river to train some of the men. They have seen less combat than others, and they have much to learn if they are to help us during the real battle. Go to him and help train these youths. Alright, I hope that they are well versed in lightning, particularly making lightning go through them and reconduct it elsewhere. Otherwise, they are pretty much screwed. Okay, let us go and help those Rohirrim. Alright, buddy, time to talk.
These men need to be stronger. I need to make them stronger.
We are the only defense between Saruman's evil and the people of Rohan. I need to make them stronger. Find a warrior and an archer and fight them with yourself. Perhaps your example will teach them something. Okay, crazy old training man.
I am ready to show you the strength of my arm.
What about your whole body, buddy? I have sharpened my skills against many of my kinsmen. Let me now sharpen them further. Show me you are no quarter of foes we're not. Alright, try to take down Hairball. We'll see how good you are. Let's see you take down Hairball. Don't worry, it's not too hard. Come on, you're doing bad. You have helped to strengthen. You have bested me, friend. Thank you for the training. Just imagine like a Rohirrim being beat up on the floor and he's like, "Oh, thank you. You have helped me learn how to take a blow to my chest. Thank you."
If you believe you can best me in training, prove it is so.
I have been the victor in many of the competitions, Stefting. Few can boast as swift an arrow or true. If you believe you can beat me in training, prove it. Yeah, that's great, buddy. You are so dead. Have your arrows fought lightning before? Clearly not. Alright. That was relatively easy. Oh, I guess we can return back to the Rohirrim.
Well, what do you think of their abilities?
Are they made of stern enough stuff to stand against the forces of Saruman you beheld within Isengard? Athelard sighs heavily. They will have to do. You should find Rungar and help him with the training of his riders. He is just to the north of Grimbold's camp. Alright, buddy. I shall go and maybe sort of help. But you know, the fact that Saruman literally needs to not only build a huge, giant host of people, he also needs to actually weaken his enemies through spies and all that other stuff, and he still loses? Kinda says a lot about Saruman. He is not the best person for the job, I think. Alright. Let us talk. But I guess it's just one more thing on
My
Saruman's
men
resume.
are practicing a technique to help them fight from horseback.
A technique that will snare their opponents. With careful aim, my men can ensnare their enemy's legs with a thrown net. It will then keep the foeman from attacking until our footmen can close the distance. It's a brilliant plan, really. Gather up the nets they have already thrown, and bring them to me, Staftang, and I will give them to new riders. This is something they must master if they are to be as effective as we must be. Sounds like the worst plan ever conceived. I know, instead of hitting them with a spear from mounted combat, why don't we just throw a net on them? That sounds like a brilliant idea. Like, really, buddy, this is like the worst tactic ever conceived by any man, woman, or child in the history of Middle-earth.
Very good. Their skill throwing the nets is improving with each pass.
Once they have mastered it, we will be better prepared to face any unmounted foe that comes. Of course, if the foes are mounted, we're pretty much screwed. Theodred will wish to see you. He is somewhere in the camp to the south, I expect. Tell my prince that the riders are becoming more skilled at the technique he suggested, and I have some craftsmen working on more nets. Right. This seems like the most productive use of time. Surely. Surely. Alright. Back to Grimbold's camp and to speak with Theodred. Alright, buddy. Let's talk about your stupid plan.
We need every man to be ready, for what I have in mind is dangerous.
Your news is welcome, my friend. We need every man to be ready, for what I have in mind is dangerous. But the reward, should we prevail, could be significant. If we wait until Saruman's army is ready, we cannot hope to hold the fort against him. We do not have the men. Your report of the size of Saruman's forces has it much larger than I feared. If we can catch him before he is ready, we might strike such a blow that his forces will be sent into disarray. He is wise, yes, and is the wise man not cautious? He will see that we have taken him by surprise, and he will retreat behind his walls, and he will continue to grow his army until he is certain we cannot oppose him. Every day that goes by is a day in our favor. The size of his army is no account, as long as it stays within Isengard. Let it stay there forever. We must make him uncertain enough of his success that he never moves it. That is my proposal. If you are still willing to help us, Grimbold has asked that you ride with him. Okay. That's good, I suppose. Let's go talk to Grimbold. Why does Grimbold get the big tent here anyway, buddy?
Prince Theodred's plan is a daring one, but there is wisdom in it.
He is like his father in this. He does not shy away from using his strength where it is necessary. I would like you to be by my side during the daring strike, Staftang. We will plant the seed of doubt in Saruman's mind, and he may think twice before sending his army forth.
Prince Theodred's plans are set forth on the map table. We begin at dawn.
Study them to acquaint yourself with them. We will begin at dawn on the 25th. We will strike Saruman hard and fast, and use his own caution against him. So long as he thinks his army is not ready to march, and must remain behind the wall of Isengard, it will be of no threat to Rohan. Okay. So that does end this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Epic Story. When we return, we will right-click on a map and be magically teleported to a mystical land where battle takes place and people die. But till then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of the epic story. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below. And if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.